Welcome back to Million Dollar Landscaper Podcast. Today, I am back by myself, but I have an amazing show for you guys today. Now, first off, I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully, your bellies are full. You got to spend some time with friends and family, got to relax and chill out a little bit. Hopefully, you got to do that. First off, I want to remind everybody that we have our Black Friday sale. So if you guys want to learn your numbers, want to know what to price your work or how to price your work, and be confident when you go out and give an estimate, then you guys need to grab our Profits Up estimating for program for landscapers. We are giving it at 50% off right now. That is a huge thing. We're only offering for 4 days. This is like our one and only big sale that we're going to be doing from here on out. And so I encourage you guys to take advantage of this today. This is a huge deal. Again, 50% off. Head over to milliondollarlandscaper.com/Black Friday. It'll be down in the show notes and in the YouTube description. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. The other thing I want to let you guys know that, I'm doing this here today by myself. Katie is still behind the scenes working her tail off, really revamping our entire program, revamping everything that we are doing. We have been listening to what you guys have been saying. And, in our Landscape Business Owners Facebook group, we put polls out, been reading what everyone's saying. And it's really a changing market. And it's not even just for landscaping. I've seen it across the board with all their contractors too. So, we've been seeing, obviously this has been an issue for years, but finding employees. But we've been seeing a lot of people struggling getting jobs, people struggling to make profits. And this is why we're like, we need to really take a deep dive in our programs and figure out what we can do to provide more for you at a great value. And first off, if you're not in the Landscape Business Owners Facebook group, make sure you guys get in there. We are redoing that whole entire thing, restructuring it. We're going to be providing you guys more speakers, more workshops right inside that Facebook group. And it's going to be amazing. We have a whole list of a lineup of a whole different people coming in next year. So it's going to be a great place to be in. So make sure you guys get into that group if you're not in there today. Or if you haven't been in there a while, go check it out. We've got some great things coming. The other thing is our programs ourselves. We have been redesigning and structuring our program we have. We had so much stuff in there, and we're figuring out how we can take it and put it in like bite-sized package deals that you guys can easily afford and easily get into and understand. And that is what Katie has been hammering on the past few weeks, probably almost the past month. And we're very excited for the new year and what we have to offer you guys. So make sure you guys stick around. We got some great things coming inside there. If you're already in our programs or in our estimating stuff, none of that's changing. None of that's going away. But we're just trying to look at how we can provide more for more landscapers out there. And again, we're just really listening to your input, what you guys have been saying, and wanting to really take it up to the next level and to improve, to give you guys more and more value. So make sure you guys stick around for that. Again, make sure you get in that Facebook group too.
We want to take a quick second to tell you about our friends over at Cycle CPA. I can't even express to you how important it is to have a good accountant on your side. You want accurate bookkeeping and financial statements every month. Instead, you're often left with limited time to focus on the accounting side of your business and no reports to show for it. At Cycle CPA, the landscaping accountants, they not only handle the bookkeeping, but also provide landscape industry benchmarking, job costing, financials by service line, advisory meetings, and much more. Cycle CPA has a team of landscaping accountants available to provide anything from bookkeeping to CFO services. Visit cyclecpa.com, and for $100 off, mention the Million Dollar Landscaper podcast.
Easy Beezy's easy to use, easy to learn, affordable work order and time clock app with unlimited users included with every subscription. If you've ever struggled with the daily grind of keeping track of work orders, you have to check out Easy Beezy. Make and edit work orders anytime, anywhere you're working, at your desk, in your truck, on the job site, even on your couch. With Easy Beezy, you can easily copy work orders to use over and over, which is great for mowing and plowing. You can also keep track of employee timesheets, contact your customers, add notes, instructions, even pictures of your jobs. Easy Beezy works on Android and Apple devices or any tablet or computer. Easy Beezy also has a wide variety of reports so you can have all the info you need for billing right from your phone. Say goodbye to paying for extra users because everyone gets unlimited users on Easy Beezy. Try EasyBeasy for free for 30 days. Visit easybeasy.app/MDL to sign up. EasyBeasy is a simple work order and time clock app for mow crews, hardscape crews, and everything in between. Start saving time and money with EasyBeasy. Visit easybeasy.app/MDL to sign up today. All right, guys, today I wanted to dive in and talk about job costing. And this is a subject that I was actually speaking to a bookkeeper the other day. His name's Sendin Byrick, and he specializes in the green industry. And him and I were talking about some of the things that, landscapers need to do. And one of the things that got brought up was job costing. And we've been finding more and more people just are not doing the job costing in their business. Uh, they kind of know in the back of their head, like it's important. They feel they need to do it, but just like, I'll worry about it later. I'm going to go get to the next job, or I'm going to go out and get that next estimate. But I really want you to take a look at job costing and shift your mindset of like, I should do it to I need to do it because it's your scoreboard. It's your report card, if you will, for each individual job. And job costing is going to allow you to really take a look at how you bid that job, how your team performed on that job. Did you have the right equipment? Could you done something different? Or, did things go great? Without doing the job costing, you have no way. It's like, it's having the Super Bowl without the scoreboard. Can you imagine that? Absolutely not. You have to really spend the time doing job costing. And I think people think and look at it because it's very difficult, or they're not really estimating their jobs the best way, and they're a little scared to find out perhaps they could have done different, or they did something wrong. But again, this is the only way you can improve. If you can look at what you actually bid out versus what you actually did on the job and start comparing those two and see where the mess ups were, or where things went great, what you could have done better, or what the team could have done better, or you could have better equipment, whatever it is, that is the only tool that is available for you to really look at it. And as I was talking to Sendin about this, I just look at just our family landscape business. One of the things we did here, actually, sorry, I didn't have this prepared, but we use these job folders. So if you're on Amazon, go check out these job folders. They're really simple. And the cool thing about them is, for one, your crews can have all the information in here. Yes, I know some of you guys are going digital, but when the crews are going out to the hardscape supply store, or going to, whatever supply store you guys have, they're picking up the material. They're getting some kind of receipt typically. If they send it to you email, that's even better. But if they don't, have them put it in this folder. And on this folder, I don't know if you guys can see this, there's spots here for your material costs. There's spots here for your labor costs. We put in, there's spots for like insurance, but we didn't put that in there. We put our equipment in there. We put in our estimated hours versus our actual hours. And we can start generally putting together all our costs for that job. Not generally, we could put together all our costs for that job and figure out our gross profit. Did we make, near the 50% mark? Where were we? Where were we off? Was our hours off? Because that is a huge telltale right there. What went wrong? And that right there is like the number one thing that we usually find wrong. And did I estimate wrong? Did I not bid enough hours for that job? If so, the next job that's pretty similar or something sort of like that job, I know I need to estimate more hours. This is our scoreboard, guys. This is one of the key things we have to be looking at. This is one of those points. If you're not checking to see, if you scored, it doesn't matter. So I encourage you to really start estimating in production hours and putting it on there, and look at those two when you're done. Look at your material. Did you estimate enough cost? Did materials jump up? Whatever it is. Again, we can use that for our next bid, our next estimate that we're going out on. You can look even just at what you charge for your labor versus what you paid for labor. If you don't have the estimated hours, look at what you paid versus what you put in the bid. This is very, very, very important. Now, for those that are out there doing the materials multiplied by 2 or 3, I understand it's kind of hard. Then you don't really have those numbers, and you're just kind of guessing. That's where I think some people kind of get stuck and not sure exactly how they can't do the job costing. They can't compare. This is why it's so important to kind of break things down and understand all those true costs, and understand what your equipment's costing you, what your materials costing you, what your labor's costing you, and then you guys can compare them. So again, if you're out there estimating materials multiply 2 by 3 for one, that's a terrible estimating system that's been going on for years. I encourage you never to do that again. But if you're doing that, I understand that it's hard to do your job costing. So you really need to start looking at your numbers and start putting together an estimate in completely different ways. So if you're doing that, reach out to me, email me, whatever, Scott at milliondollarlandscaper.com. We can talk about this. And I'm not trying to push you in anything, but you have to change the way you're estimating. But again, you must spend the time job costing because again, there's no other way out there to tell you whether you did good or you didn't do good on the job. And again, going back to labor, because that's like our biggest problem most of the time is labor. They either went too long, they're short materials or whatever it is. And if we look at the labor and the labor went on too far, like the crew spent too much time there. Again, did I not estimate enough job? Or do I look at it and be like, no, it really rained the past 3 days. Okay, well, there's not much I could do on that. Maybe next time I need to give myself a little bit more leeway. Or did the crews just screw up? They didn't do what they needed to do, or did they just spend the time smoking in the truck or whatever they're doing? Or do they need more training? This is the things that you can look at by having the job costing and comparing the two. If you don't have that, you're just guessing. And this is where we see many landscapers they keep doing the same damn thing over and over and over and over again. And they get stuck in the cycle that I'll do the job costing later. I'll do the job costing later. And it is really, really hurting you. It's hurting your family. It's hurting your employees because you can't give them raises. You can't give yourself a paycheck. You can't take your family on vacation, whatever it is you can't do because you're not making the money. And the only way to compare it is have that job costing. Now, again, guys, look at it very simple. Just do some of the basic cost just to get yourself started. And I encourage you do 2 jobs this week. Look at 2 jobs and start there. Next week, we're going to bump up 3 jobs and just continue to look at the jobs. And once you start seeing it and understanding, like, holy cow, like this is wrong. Like I didn't estimate enough time, or crews use more time up, or I didn't estimate enough equipment, whatever it is, or I didn't estimate enough materials. Without looking at that information, you will never improve on your estimates forward. So, guys, I know I keep saying the same thing over and over and over, but it is so, so important for you guys to really comprehend all these things. And I want to keep it simple, want to keep it basic. Again, just start looking at materials, your labor, your equipment, and start looking at your gross profit on these jobs and seeing what you actually estimated versus what actually happened on the job. And I guarantee, guys, that you'll start to see where your flaws are and start to be able to dive into those issues and to make those improvements for the next bid, the next estimate that you go out on. And you, again, is looking at the time that I'm estimating. Do I need to estimate more time, or do I need to train the crews better? Do I estimate the materials right? Or do I not estimate the materials right? Like I remember, grass seed jumped up, more than doubled whatever it was a year or two ago. It was like $150 a bag, and then went to like $300 a bag. We lost money because we didn't estimate enough, cost on that. But the only way to see that was through our job costing. Yeah, we should have saw it before. We didn't. Afterwards, you're like, holy crap, we got to, bump up our next estimate. So again, this is the only way you guys can do it. And I encourage you, just spend some time, do 2 jobs next week, do 3 jobs the following week. Just keep gradually doing them and you'll get better. You'll start seeing the difference, and it can make a huge, huge difference in your life, your family's life, and your employees' lives. So guys, get out there, do your job costing. All right, guys, that's all I have for this week. Make sure you guys take advantage of that 50% off our Profits Up estimating program. It's only for our estimating program. It's 50% off. Head over to milliondollarlandscaper.com/Black Friday and take advantage of that deal. We'll go through that job costing in that program, but you're going to know those numbers beforehand so you can see exactly what you need to do in the future. So guys, if you're interested, go check that out. And make sure you guys be on the lookout for all our new programs. We got an exciting year planned for next year. It's going to be awesome. All right, guys. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.